So, I finally got my hands on the KWA G26. Now, the reason you may ask, why would I pick such an old company such as KWA? Well, for one, this was one that I got from eBay because it's the only way to get KWAs anymore unless you want to pay $200 on AirSpot, which is just ridiculous. But this is the first time I've ever seen a brand spanking new KWA Glock. Considering these were made so long ago, this one had to have been sitting in a box ever since it was made. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever actually seen a brand new KWA Glock. I wanted to make the video before I started shooting it and stuff because it would get very scratched. As you can see, the chamber's already kind of scratched, but now that I'm making the video, I'm going to start using it because of course I gotta shoot it for the video. But this is the full auto variant of the 26 because the non-full auto variants of the G26 are from KSC, and the full auto one is kind of in a G18 setup with the port and the slide and the compensated barrel going on. But the reason I opted for 26 from KWA is so that I can share magazines with my other KWA pistol. So quite the looker. There's an entire YouTube video that just came out about this gun, so click the annotation if you want to see some action and some detail about this one. So I opted for KWA for the sole purpose of being able to share all of my KWA magazines. That extended mag and the little tiny pistol. And the reason I wanted the G26 was so that I can have an airsoft gun that fits in my pocket. I got the G26 off of eBay for $120. I didn't think it was such a bad deal. And I also bought the small magazine that's meant for this with the base plate for the pinky extension, but it was from a company who didn't have it in stock as soon as they sold it to me, so kind of disappointing. It still fits in my pocket though, even with the 19 size mag, because it's basically a 19 and the grip extension, which I think is kind of ugly. It turns the pistol grip into a 19 size, but it'll still fit in the pocket because the barrel is much shorter and there is no rail. I want to be able to put this in my pocket because I plan to get a real G26, so I just want to get the feel of being able to carry a airsoft gun. Not in public though, because that would be stupid, but it's kind of, I wouldn't say training, but at the same time I'm definitely going to use this for airsoft. Just put it in the pouch of my plate carrier and have a holdout weapon pretty much. So the details of it, it's obviously only 2 finger grooves compared to the 3 of the 19 and the 4 of the 17 and the 18. So you want to get this much space, and then your pinky is just left hanging like that. Like any of the KWAs missing the grip safety, this had me a bit worried, is that there are 2 pins like on the real Glock, but on most of KWA pistols there's only 1 pin. But I was worried about it being a clone, but upon closer inspection to all the details, it is definitely KWA. Maybe one of their newer models would explain why it's got 2 pins, but even the serial plate DEA 147 is what KWA puts on their 26s. And the full auto variant is only from KWA. The semi-auto is KSC from Japan. The 19s and the 23F say COP, while the 26s say Drug Enforcement Agency. So I thought that was interesting. So the 26, very short, so it doesn't sport a rail, and the front of the gun is kind of concave to fit into pockets better. The spring guide is completely different, and the full auto one, of course, like I mentioned, the G18 styling for the full auto. So this gun is brand new, never really held a brand new KWA Glock before. It is super nice, fits in my pocket just fine. I plan to get the trigger safety, and I also plan to get the smaller magazine and put all high flow parts into it, so high flow valves and stuff into the little mag and rocket valves, just to get it to be a really good performer. So KWA Glock 26, Nobody really buys these anymore. But funny thing is, when I bought this gun, I actually thought it was going to be this gun. But then when I got this, I was like, who cares? This gun's awesome. I'll take it. But years later, I finally got my hands on this, and it is a very cool gun. So I got this just a few days ago. It came in the mail, and the video will be uploaded after I've finally gotten some shooting with it. Hope you guys like this gun, because I'm going to be using it a lot now, and maybe I'll even use it in game if I get a chance. So stay tuned. Shoots real good. I love it. Working full auto. It's been a while since I had that on a KWA Glock, but it is awesome. I really love it.